Hello everyone, my name is Deepak Lodha. This is the part of the Carshub project. In this video, we will see how to create the controller class or how to create the REST API. And what is the use of the controller class? This is the most important part of the microservices. Yes, yes. Okay, so how to create the user controller class, so we will see. Okay, I created a class user controller. Yes, so controller creating for, we will use a annotation, that name is controller at the rate controller, uh, controller annotation. Yes, but to at the rate controller annotation use for the uh, written view that means dynamic HTML response. Yes, this is the old way, but Spring Boot 3 version after given the at the rate REST controller controller annotation for creating the REST API. This is the collection of uh, of the at the rate controller annotation and at the rate response body annotation. response body का मतलब कि we are returning the JSON by default converted in the JSON format. Yes, response. Or at the rate controller annotation, that means it return the text. Yes, we are return the text at the rate trace controller, both combination through. Yes, so now we will use request mapping. User user endpoints I created REST API. ठीक है, this is the user controller. And this how to handle the request. Yes, जैसे कि post request user मतलब client do the request in the server, get type of the request, post type of the request. You post type you request use for the creating the user, the get type of the use request use for the getting the user. So it's similar request will do the client. So that request how to handle. So REST API handle the request, or Spring Boot provide the multiple annotations for handling the multi type of the request. Yes, so for example, request come to for the creating the user, the post mapping. Yes, post mapping request public response entity. Response entity is a class. Yes, your user detail will return. Yes, to create user, what come to the end request, so we will request body, request body in what what type of the data come in JSON. So JSON automatically convert in our objects. User detail. Yes, yes. So of these requests handled by the user controller, but how to create the response? Yes, for the client. So controller send that request to the business logic by the user DTO. Yes, user DTO through send the request for processing to the business layer. Yes, business layer process the request or generate the response, or that response send back to the controller by the user TTU. Yes, or controller send the response to the client. Yes, so how to send the request? Yes, to the services. So we will create the service object auto, a constructor with dependency injection we will use. Yes, user controller uh, user service. Yes, object is created, user service, or user service is a interface. Yes, so its implemented classes objects are given by the Spring container. User service. Yes, method we will call create user. Yes, we will send user TTO objects for creating the user. Or create user, what we will return? User TTO. Yes, creating after the user. Yes, so return response of response new response entity objects. Yes, response entity is a class you use for response with HTTP status code. Yes, so response user TTO1, ठीक है, with HTTP status code user create. User created. Yes, so this is created endpoints for do request. Client do the request post type, so that time it will call. Yes, user create. And then how to remove the user? Client want to remove the user, so it is for call the delete request. मतलब request will come to delete type. Yes, to remove uh, delete mapping. Yes, so what will we will send a user with request. User will send user ID. Yes, for public string response entity string uh, create user. Oh, sorry, delete user. Delete user. Yeah. Actually, path in come to the variables user ID. I means user ID come to, and path variable. So it is for annotation given how to get the variables from the path, how to get the user ID from the path. So we have given the path variable annotation जो automatically inject in string user ID. Yes, this user ID inject automatically in user ID. Yes, therefore use at the red path variables. But this user ID will different, or this user ID will different. At times we can give user ID name. Yes. Now currently user ID. Okay. So we will call user service delete मतलब remove user remove. We will pass user ID or send the request new response entity user is deleted successfully. Yes, http status code. Okay. Yes. Similar, we can create the a REST API for the getting the all user. So get mapping for public um, response entity. List we will send all the user data. Yes, get client want to get all the user. So therefore call the therefore we will create the get mapping request. Yes, so get all the user. User did you get all user? Are you understand? We will call video. What we will create? We will call user service get all user, or we will give in the response new user, new response entity user detail we will give. Okay. Yes. Client do the request for getting all user, so this request will execute. Yes, but client want to get user by the ID, single user want to get. So in this case, so we will create the request get user is get user by the ID, get mapping argument or user ID. Yes, a public response entity. Yes, a list not only single user we will get, क्योंकि every user ID I mean every user have a unique ID. Yes, we are given the ID, but ID always unique. So user did you get user by ID. So at the path variable string user ID user service get user by ID. Yes. Return and the response entity user with HTTP status code OK. User teacher at the rate I want to get such the user. So therefore, what we will do? So it is for we will create a endpoints for searching the user by the keyword. Yes, to get mapping or search user by the name. Yes, by the keyword. Okay, or public response entity. You list user detail. We are getting all user. Get means search user by keyword. User list of the user are coming from the user service. Search the user by the keyword. ठीक है और we will return the entity user details HTTP status. Okay, but I want to update the user. It is for what we will do. So it is for we will create the REST API for searching the user. Sorry, we updating the user. Client want to do the request. I want to update myself. User want to update the details. So therefore send the request to the server. Yes, it is for we will create the update. But mapping through we can update the user. See? So which user we will update? Their IDs, so we will find out user public response object updated update user at the rate pathway string user ID single user. Yes, for users service update user update or user ID. What type of the data comes from the updation for the updation? The request body is user detail and data will come for the updation uh, user. Sorry. Yes, I understand. Okay. It doesn't take. We will go to the business logic for business logic. TTO. It will take two arguments. So does it take user what why can't do? Yes. Error is come to this step. Same name of the variables. So update but I want to get the user from the uh, email, so therefore we can create the endpoints. Get mapping request welcome or so email. User detail or get user by request. Hmm. Method path variable string. Hmm. Email ID. Yes. Get user by email. ठीक है? So all the endpoints I created. In second video we will see how to custom response create. Okay. So next video and we will see